My ear hurts. It's ringing. Ugh. Okay, so today was one of my first big study days for exam week. So I decided that I was going to make a video of the do's and don'ts of studying for exams, since I have stumbled upon my face many a times, and so I can give pretty good insight as to, at this point, what definitely to do and what definitely not to do when it comes to exam week. Do always find a quiet place to work. This one should be common knowledge, but you would not believe how many people will still just sit in their dorm room while their roommates party and try to study, and then the next day, because they're negative Nancy's, be like, oh, well, I couldn't study because my roommates were like, oh. You have so many options. You could go study in the goddamn hallway if that's what it takes. Just find a quiet place to study. Do make sure you're near a restroom at all times, no matter where you choose to study, because I know that if you're like me, you like a nice tall coffee or a huge energy drink or 5 huge energy drinks to go along with your studying, because otherwise you will get unmotivated and just give up. Don't be that asshole that when you're in a place where there's limited seating spaces, who takes up 1 to 2 extra seats for their shit, and then proceeds, when someone asks them to move their stuff, that they're waiting for somebody and that seat is reserved for them. If you are sitting there with headphones in, immersed in your 15-minute episode of whatever, and you're not looking at the door every 15 seconds, I know for a fact you are not waiting on anybody. You are camped there for the next hour to 2 hours. Do get to a place early enough so that you don't have to run into that problem where you have the jerk who's taking up extra spaces with his crap. This brings me to my next one. Don't hover. If somebody got there before you, they obviously were more motivated to get to that space than you were. Although I don't condone taking up other seats with your crap, I don't condone people hovering and making people feel uncomfortable while they're trying to study because they know that person's been there for a while. They expect them to leave within the next hour. That makes me want to staple my butt to the chair and tell you to your face, I'm not leaving. What are you going to do about it? Do wear comfortable clothes. Every week I see both guys and girls who just overdo it with what they are wearing, when they're clearly just going to go to the library, go to a Starbucks, go to a whatever, and study for the next 5 hours. Why do you need multiple bracelets? Why do you need to do your hair like you're giving a presentation to a board of CEOs if you are just going to be reading out of a biology book? Do bring headphones. Even if you're a white noise person or you're not a white noise person, it's always good to have headphones on you in case you want to take a study break and listen to music or watch something on YouTube. Don't not bring headphones. If you sit there and you blast your music or you blast whatever you're watching online so that the whole place that is trying to get work done can hear it, you will not get any studying done. You want to know why? Because people are going to run you out of wherever you are with pitchforks and torches. So you're going to be too busy running from the goddamn crowd to even study. So what was the point? Do have a solid plan of how you're going to attack each individual subject, whether it's flashcards, whether it's just making a cheat sheet, whether it's actually sitting down and reading something 5 times. You will get demotivated if you don't have a plan of action to study for each subject. Don't study with a group of friends that you know for a fact are unproductive just because they're passing the class. I had a friend who we tried to do this first for intro to psychology. We decided we were going to study together. It didn't happen. We didn't learn our lesson, so we tried it again for developmental psych, which we took together. Didn't happen again. I tell you what does work, though. When you study with a group of people who are taking courses that are kind of interweaving into yours. If you all are psychology majors, study together. or study in the same area. So like you can pop your head up every once in a while and ask a question if you're stuck. Do reblog this video. Don't take up space in an area where you know people study a lot just to play on your computer or just to play with a friend. It's annoying, it detracts from other people studying, and quite honestly, it's one of my biggest pet peeves is when people just camp out in the library and they're not actually doing anything. Always have these supplies on hand because no matter if you think you're going to need them or not, trust me, something stupid will come up and you will actually find yourself regretting not having these things on you. Stapler, flashcards, self-explanatory. Ruler with a 3-hole punch. Serves as a double purpose. There you go. Post-its. God's gift to me. These things keep me so organized, it's unreal. Flash drive. Mind you, this is actually like a passport that has like a terabyte of memory on it, but I still take this everywhere so that I have all my important lectures and documents that I've taken in every class with me. Highlighter, pencil, pen. It is the holy trinity of writing utensils, and you will find yourself using every single one of them. Now, the holy trinity of mistakes goes a little something like this. In the name of the eraser, the whiteout, pencil sharpener. Amen. And finally, one of these little notebooks always comes in handy for me because it helps me keep myself organized. And if there's something that I just can not get down in a class, I'll write it in here, and guaranteed, because it's not the same notebook that I've been staring at for the past 2 hours, it helps me actually remember it. So I hope that you take these things into consideration and that everybody has a good exam week. Peace.